Hello everyone, welcome back to WarVerse Conflict. Moscow's billion-dollar skyline, once presented as a symbol of Russian power, financial stability, and modern resilience, now stands as a high-value strategic target in an era where drones, missiles, and precision firestorms are rewriting the rules of warfare. The exterior image of Moscow's cityscape, dominated by luxury towers, financial districts, glass-covered skyscrapers, and fortified government zones, was designed not only for economic prestige, but also for psychological dominance. These structures represent confidence, continuity, and control. But in modern conflict, the exterior beauty of such megacities hides vulnerabilities that are impossible to conceal from satellite eyes, drone swarms, and long-range strike systems. Wide rooftops, reflective glass facades, exposed communication arrays, and centralized power infrastructure turn these towering icons into navigational beacons for advanced aerial threats. What was once built to impress global investors is now mapped, measured, and potentially targeted by enemies seeking symbolic and strategic impact rather than territorial gains. Inside these towering structures lies a completely different reality, one that reveals how deeply modern warfare can penetrate civilian and economic life. The interior of Moscow's skyline is not just concrete and steel. It is a dense network of data centers, financial trading floors, corporate headquarters, luxury residences, underground parking systems, energy grids, and digital nerve centers connected to national and international markets. Elevators run on complex electrical systems, security rooms monitor thousands of cameras, and server farms hum behind reinforced walls, moving billions of dollars every second. When drones penetrate airspace or missiles threaten these zones, the fear is not limited to explosions alone. It is the paralysis of systems, banking halts, communication disruptions, power failures, and mass evacuations that ripple across the city. Interior spaces amplify panic because modern skyscrapers are vertical cities. Thousands of people rely on sealed environments, controlled airflow, digital access systems, and uninterrupted electricity. A single strike warning can freeze elevators, lock stairwells, shut down financial terminals, and turn luxury towers into confined pressure chambers of fear. The psychological shock inside these buildings can be as devastating as physical damage, creating chaos long before any firestorm reaches the ground. Performance, in the context of modern urban warfare, is no longer about tanks advancing or troops capturing territory. Performance is measured by accuracy, speed, disruption, and cost-effectiveness. Drones costing tens of thousands of dollars can threaten structures worth billions. Missile systems launched from hundreds of kilometers away can force one of the world's most defended capitals into repeated air alerts. The performance of these attacks lies in their ability to bypass traditional defense thinking. Swarm drones test radar saturation, cruise missiles exploit terrain and altitude, and hybrid strikes combine cyber interference with physical threats. Moscow's skyline becomes a performance stage where attackers demonstrate capability rather than conquest. Each successful penetration, even without destruction, proves that defenses can be challenged, resources can be drained, and public confidence can be shaken. The performance equation favors persistence over power, frequency over force, and disruption over destruction. Safety features around Moscow's skyline are extensive, layered, and technologically advanced, yet they reveal the limits of defensive architecture in a drone-dominated era. Air defense systems, radar arrays, electronic warfare units, rooftop counter-drone installations, and rapid response forces create a protective bubble designed to intercept incoming threats. Buildings are reinforced, emergency protocols are drilled, and evacuation routes are planned. However, safety features are reactive by nature. They respond after detection, not before intent. Low-flying drones, modified commercial platforms, and autonomous navigation systems challenge traditional safety assumptions. The more defenses activate, the more they expose patterns, response times, and vulnerabilities. Each interception is a success, but each alarm also signals to adversaries how the system reacts. Safety in this environment becomes a psychological balance between reassurance and exhaustion, as constant alerts strain civilians, workers, and emergency services alike. What makes Moscow's skyline a unique selling point in this conflict is its symbolic value combined with its economic density. No battlefield offers such a concentrated mix of power, prestige, and perception. Striking near these towers sends a message far beyond physical damage. It signals that distance no longer guarantees safety, that wealth does not equal immunity, and that modern warfare reaches financial capitals as easily as frontlines. The skyline itself becomes a media amplifier. Images of smoke near glass towers, emergency vehicles rushing through business districts, and halted traffic in luxury zones travel faster than missiles ever could. This is the true unique selling point of targeting high-profile urban centers, the narrative impact. One drone over Moscow City can dominate global headlines, shift markets, influence political discourse, and fuel public debate across continents. The price of defending and repairing such a skyline is staggering. Every interception costs money. Every alert disrupts productivity. Every security upgrade diverts funds from social, economic, or military priorities. Insurance premiums rise, construction slows, investor confidence wavers, and long-term maintenance costs escalate. On the other side, the price of launching drones or missiles remains comparatively low. This imbalance creates an economic pressure strategy where the attacker spends less to force the defender to spend more. Over time, the cumulative cost becomes a silent firestorm, burning through budgets without leaving visible ruins. The true price is paid not only in rubles or dollars, but in psychological fatigue, strategic distraction, and long-term economic uncertainty. In conclusion, the attacks and threats surrounding Moscow's billion-dollar skyline mark a defining chapter in modern warfare. Drones, missiles, and firestorms are no longer limited to distant battlefields. They now challenge the heart of global cities designed to project power and stability. The exterior beauty of Moscow's towers contrasts sharply with the interior vulnerability of the systems and people inside them. Performance is measured in disruption rather than destruction. Safety features struggle to adapt to evolving threats, and the unique symbolic value of the skyline amplifies every incident beyond its physical scale. The price of this new era is relentless, draining resources and testing resilience without clear end. Moscow's skyline stands not only as a collection of buildings, but as a frontline where technology, psychology, and strategy collide, redefining what it means to be secure in the age of precision warfare.